We've all heard this statement on the internet. Some of us are late bloomers and we take time to bloom. Your time would come. The truth about it is 99% of people who are born broke stay broke and die broke. In fact, the kind of individuals who enjoy this kind of quotes, there are three kinds of people who enjoy these statements as well as promote it, because you're never going to see something as destructive as that sentence on the internet without people reinforcing the narrative. That's how the algorithm works. The most interaction and information a quote, a photo gets is equivalent to the kind of promotion it receives. So once that quote is socially acceptable, it becomes everywhere. The three kinds of people who embody these quotes as well as promote it. At the end of this list, if you find yourself in any category, please, if you're an NS fan, quickly disengage from that wrong narrative. So the first one is women. Women are the kind of people who promote this quote because women do not live in the real world. Women live in a superficial realm. Whoa! They always cry their eyes out. Unfortunately, they say, I don't need any man. But the reality of it is, the world or men have so created a safe space for them such that it's very difficult for them to engage with consequences of their beliefs. In places like Africa, where the government has not embodied the Western lifestyle, where the economy is not that as flourishing, where it's difficult for people to get jobs, you quickly come to the conclusion you actually need a man to survive. So that's why very few African women have given up on the traditional lifestyle, not as a result of belief, but as a consequence of necessity. The reason Western women act in that manner is because it's easy. Everywhere is easy. Unfortunately, the closer you are to chaos, the closer you are to reality. If four women, four transgender men were stranded on an island, it's only a matter of time before those women says, shut the fuck up, you're a man, you're a biological male, suck it up, stop complaining about mosquitoes, stop tuning your voice, stop speaking in that manner, and go carry wood. That's all it is. And the women would cook while the transgender men would hunt. That's exactly how it will go. For the sake of time, I do not have a lot of time with you guys. I apologize. But on a later date, I'll have or I'll create time so we can speak extensively on this matter. I would have loved to emphasize on this point one. But moving on to point two. I didn't actually make a point on point one. But at the end of it all, because women, society doesn't judge them based on their performance. Society judges them based on their looks. Unfortunately, as a man, if you embody the same destructive pattern, or if you try to live your life as a woman, at the end of it all, you will die poor and broke. At the end, she gets married by some sheikh or married into the good life. That's why I find it hilarious when I see men wasting their time with women whom they call their friends, going to parties, going to movie theater. It's a psyop and it's a waste of time. The second kind of people are those who have given up and are desperately trying to justify their situation. It's kind of like that story of a wolf who sees very ripe grapes, strains his neck, tries as much as possible to reach, and when it's impossible to get that fruit, they don't even look that ripe. They are sore. So majority of people, once they try and try and try and it's impossible to get that desired outcome, they cry so great. Well, I don't even like that job. The manager is not the or the job of a manager isn't that alluring. He's not that competent. So majority of you, once you try as much as possible and you fail as you would because you're a failure, you're designed to fail. You cry sour grapes. So again, I'm not going to be emphasizing on various points. And apologies. Don't fucking apologize. If you want to see more, comment you want to see more. The third kind of people are lazy people. Lazy people, in fact, this is already self-explanatory. They look for quotes. Look is an understatement. They scour the internet, identifying quotes that suits their narrative, insulating them from the judgment of society. It's kind of like the buzzword depression. In today's day and age, if you're a fat loser, unaccomplished, no girlfriend, obese, nothing in your life that connotes towards success. You are a financial failure, you are a health failure, you're a statistical failure, you're an accomplishment failure, you're a purposeless failure, and you have nothing as such in success. Society doesn't call you a failure. Society calls you depressed. You're depressed. For the sake of time, we'll end it here. Remember how I taught you to comment. First comment should be what you learned. You can comment as many times as you like. But the first comment should be what you learned. The second comment should be what you would like to see in the future. And maybe you might get lucky or use your comment as a thumbnail. Speak on the issues you so desire. And I've said this countless times. The reason why you hit the jackpot when I speak on your subject is because I'm attacking it from a fresh perspective. It's never unlike anything you've ever seen. And as always, my friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you when in the next one.